When I was a kid, my mother expressly told me in no uncertain terms, Jem, don't eat bugs. We have plenty of food in the fridge. No, Jem, put it down. What did I just say? Why are you like this? And that's the foundation I've lived my entire life around. Do not eat bugs. Unless they look like the bugs in Bugsnax, in which case, save me some.
Popsicle!
Darling, calm yourself.
Let's see how they like flying into my mouth.
The world of Bugsnax is one of mystery, adventure, and creatures that, if the game wasn't so colourful, could have easily come straight from my nightmares. I'm, of course, talking about the half-bug, half-snack Bugsnax that populate the island of Snacktooth, which is where you, an intrepid reporter, were sent to locate the wilderness explorer and perfecter of a totally authentic Australian accent, Elizabeth Megafig.
What draws us so far away from civilization? What discovery could tempt us to start a new life in the untamed wild? Bugsnax!
I straight up refuse to believe that's what we sound like. On your quest to uncover the truth behind her disappearance, you'll also be playing personal errand runner and therapist to the villagers of Snacksburg, who have all since parted ways since Elizabeth's departure. Each of them holds a piece to the puzzle, and as you interview each one, you get a little snapshot both into their lives and what their relationship with Elizabeth was like. To convince them to come back to town, however, you'll need to fulfill their requests, which are usually Bugsnax related, be it catching them, training them, or serving them up on a silver platter to be consumed. That's right, Bugsnax is willing to do what no other bug/plant collecting game will, admit we're eating them. But these tasty morsels will not go quietly, which is where your arsenal of tools and traps comes in handy. Your main trap can be armed and activated when your target gets close to it. A slingshot filled with saucers can attract your prey. Or a sticky tripwire can be strung up to catch a distant foe and stop them in their tracks. Those are just some of my personal favourites, but you'll get good use out of the lot as you try and work out which one best suits your particular target's pattern of behaviour. For instance, what works on a flying pizza the size of a small car isn't going to work on a four-legged frozen popsicle with anger management issues. Despite their sometimes terrifying nature, it's really cool to see how different each individual Bugsnax looks and feels depending on where they live on the island, which does help to break up some of the repetitiveness of trekking back and forth between the town and whatever quest you're sent on. But I wouldn't say it alleviates it entirely, for me at least. This is basically a collectathon, and there's only so many times I can be asked to go get X amount of insectified food items before I start feeling the drag. Mechanically, it all works really well, and I did enjoy the initial nuttiness of hunting down a continental breakfast on legs.
Nothing like a campfire, eh, buddies?
I also really liked the little breather sections between quests that were just the characters interacting with each other. There's some heartfelt writing here, and I really did find myself getting invested in their stories.
You were there when the world was laughing at me.
Oh, and if you feed the townsfolk enough Bugsnax, you can turn them into some truly horrific food mutants, as Rad so gleefully showed us in her last livestream.
I got some goods for you. I got a strabby, and that's gonna be your right leg.
Haunting. But outside of those shenanigans, the actual gameplay itself just didn't quite click with me, and I wasn't inclined to keep pushing forward to get to the bits I actually did get a kick out of. At the end of the day, I think this just comes down to me and Bugsnax not gelling together, rather than there being something I can point to and say, this isn't working and that's why I don't like it. We just don't vibe together, and that's fine. It's unapologetically kooky, full of personality, and if you can stick it out, there's some real emotional depth to its characters. But it's just not the game for me. So I'm giving Bugsnax 2.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.